Hello, so let's solve this problem. More than n by k occurrences. Here the question is, given an array ARR and n element k, the task is to find it out the count of element in an array that appears more than n by k times. Here the n is length of the array. Okay, so the question is here we just have to find it out the element which is present in array. Is that element more than n by k times occurred? If it is occurred, then we just have to update our answer as okay 1 or 2. If there are 3 unique elements which are more than n by k times, then we just have to written it down that answer. Okay. If there is no such element, then we just have to return as 0. Okay. So the first thing is that we will sort this array and we will find it out using first occurrence, then second occurrence, then third occurrence. Okay, if the occurrence of that element is greater than n by k times, then we will just update our answer as incremented our answer and we will return it down that answer. It's a first approach that using the sorting. Okay, the second approach I'm just explaining through visualization is that we are storing each element and its occurrence at each step in unordered map. Okay, so here as you can see this, if we take this as our example. Okay, so at each step what will happen, we are storing 3 and its occurrence. Okay, the occurrence is 1, same way 1 and 1. Okay, so unordered map is nothing but the key and value pair. Okay, so if the 3, okay, so the next time 2 and 1. Here you can see I move to the this element, then this will increase. Okay, the occurrence will increase as 2. So like this way, if we found the occurrence is greater than n by k times, then we just have to increment our answer. Okay, this is simple approach. I have created visualization. I have taken some different example here, and here the k is 4. Okay, so the threshold value is 4, and we have to find it out our answer. So the elements are here. You can see n is 9, and here I have taken k as 4. So the value is 2. Okay, the threshold value. Here at each point I have just created this hash map. I'm storing element and its occurrence. Okay, so the first time the element is 2, occurrence is 1. Okay, so the next time the element is 2, occurrence is 2. Okay, 4 1. Here the 2 is occurred 3 times. Okay, which is more than threshold value. So I am just updating this in our answer. Okay, so I have incremented as stored. This is our answer, the first occurrence, the first element we found. Okay, and here also, if this element is greater than its threshold value, then the next occurrence of all that same element is already present, so there is no need of this element again. So I am just updating this as -1 in our hash map. Okay, if we, there is no necessary doing such that, if we do similar way then it's fine. If we have to find it out, like if we have travels only single for loop, then it's fine. As all the elements are greater than 0, then we have to just, I have just updated this as -1. Okay, so the next time the next element is 1 and we stored in the hash map. Okay, so the next element is 3, we stored it. Here what happened, as the previously, as you can see, when we receive this the element we have occurred, at that time only I have just stored this hash value as -1. Okay, so the next time this 2 is occurred, if we already added to our answer, means if the occurrence is -1, then we have to skip this element. Okay, so I have skipped or ignored this element, the next element is 5, and the last element is 2. Okay, so our final answer here 1, like this way. Okay, so I will explain this as well. So it's a simple, there is no too much logic here. I have This is the answer. Here I have declared unordered map. I'm traversing from 0 to last index. Here I have just written it. If the occurrence is -1 that we have already added to our answer, then we have to just continue that step. Okay, then there is no need to add all those things. Okay. If at each step we are just adding and storing element and its occurrence. Okay, here if we found the our main conclusion that the occurrence is more than n by k times, then we are just updating that occurrence is -1 and our answer is +1. Okay, we have to increment our answer. Here the time complexity is O of n. Okay, thank you.